And welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. I'm your host, Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. That's at DMac_LA. That one was a lot scarier than it needed to be. The Dodgers Nation post-game show. We are going to break this whole thing down. Lots to get into on this one, but the Dodgers, they get the win. That's the most important thing. They take game one of the wild card series by a score of 4-2. Kenley Jansen making us all sweat right there, making us all breathe heavy, making us all nervous. Cardiac Kenley back to his old late September, early October tricks right there. But he did punch him out to end the game, and we're going to break it all down. But the Dodgers get the win. Mookie Betts, Corey Seager, they powered the Dodgers offense tonight. Mookie Betts and Corey Seager, they went a combined 3 for 7, 2 doubles for Mookie Betts, a bomb for Corey Seager, a 447-foot blast for Corey Seager, the deepest home run in Dodger Stadium in postseason since Chris Taylor. But hey, these comments are lighting up, so you know how we get down here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Let me know where you represent Dodgers Nation from. How you guys doing? That first taste of postseason action. I know you guys feel live right now. How'd you guys feel? Give me your thoughts on the Game 1 win for the Dodgers. We'll just jump into this comment section, and we'll break down all of tonight's action. But here we go. Jansen had me worried over on Facebook. Chris, I love Jansen, but I almost had a friggin' heart attack right there. Yeah, that was very terrifying for Kenley Jansen right there in the bottom of the ninth. He comes in, he gets Sogard to fly out for the first out, and then he gets Hero to ground to short for the second. I thought, hey, Kenley Jansen didn't have his best stuff out there, was spotting that cutter at 89, 90 miles per hour, but then he really fell apart right there when he walks Peterson, and then he falls behind and gets into a battle with Yelich, but he does find a way to get that punch out, and he does get the save right there, and the Dodgers, most importantly, they get the win. It definitely felt like tonight was almost like the Dodgers escaped with a victory in a way, because the Dodgers, they really did not keep their foot on the gas there in that first inning when they had opportunity to really just go for the jugular there. The Brewers, they had him on the ropes there. They could have put him away early there, but instead it was really a nail-biter there in the end if you're a Dodger fan. But here we go. We're going to jump into all these comments here, rapid fire here. Give me your Dodger takes. Let me know who you guys have for your player of the game. Let me know where you represent Dodgers Nation from here tonight. Here we go. John Gurrow over on Periscope. Oh, man, Jansen looked nervous and didn't have his stuff. He got lucky. Verdell Newsom over on Facebook. Jansen always makes us sweat. Brulo, well worth the money from Sean Denver in the house. What up, Sean from Denver? Brian Alex, Jansen almost gave me a heart attack. Donald R. Brown replying to, I love Jansen, but lately I hold my breath when he comes in thanks to a couple of bad swings tonight. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say he got lucky because he did get those punch-outs. Kenley tonight, he pitched an inning, gets a strikeout through 16 pitches, only 9 for strikes for Kenley Jansen, 2 for 4 on first pitch strikes tonight. We need a more efficient Kenley Jansen, one that comes in and that's locked in, one that comes in that's ready to go. He did not look as focused out there. He did not look like this was game 1 of the wild card series, because I'm telling you, this is a legacy playoffs. This is a legacy postseason for Kenley Jansen, and he was a little shaky there, but he did get the job done at the end of the day. You got to give him credit. He gets the strikeout to end the game. And, yeah, Kenley Jansen, it's going to be like that. So get used to it, because this postseason, it's clear to me right now. Look, if that was a super high-leverage game where the World Series on the line or the Division Series, the NLCS is on the line, that's a situation there where you look at his stuff. You look what he's clocking in at, 89, 90 miles per hour. He's missing the target. He's not hitting his spots as well. And if he comes in, he's not sharp, you have to consider pulling him earlier than later. And I think that's a big key for the Dodgers here in the postseason. We got Texas from Scott Reed. We got Tammy from the 209, the 801 Salt Lake City, the Laura Ruiz from 408 San Jose, Culver City, Alfonso in the house, Emma, always a sweat from Kenley, Kim Kennar from Facebook, Clovis. We got Go Dodgers from Gilbert, Arizona, Blake over on Periscope. We got Michael after the walk. Here we go. Yeah, it did feel like that. It felt like, okay, is this going to happen? Are we going to get one of those home runs, the Marwin Gonzalez, the Michael Brantley, something like that, where it's a home run that it's going to lead to? Will the Dodgers have to resort to their own offensive heroics? Because this game did not have to be that hard. They made David look like he was better than he was tonight, because the Dodgers are the juggernaut. The Dodgers are Goliath, the team that won the most games in baseball this year versus a team that didn't even finish 500. The Dodgers should have stomped on them early on. They should have kept their pedal to the metal there in that first inning. And I thought early on there, the Dodgers did have great strike zone awareness, great play discipline. But other than Mookie Betts and Corey Seager, they went combined 3 for 7 tonight with 2 doubles by Mookie and a home run by Corey Seager. The rest of the Dodger hitters, they combined 2 on the night. The Dodgers, they left 7 men on base. They go 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. And look, I think the Dodgers offense, they're going to really they'll start firing all cylinders. They're explosive. I think Justin Turner had 2 opportunities tonight to knock in runs. He didn't come through. Eventually Justin Turner is going to deliver for this club because he has his entire career. But here we go. Let's jump back into this comment section. How are you guys feeling? Are you guys a little nervous about that one? Do you guys feel like, hey, that's your welcome to the postseason moment to see Kenley Jansen there late against this Brewers club? And like I said, this Brewers team, they have nothing to lose. And when you play a team that has nothing to lose, a team that backed into the postseason, a team that celebrated clinching on a day that they lost against the St. Louis Cardinals, they have nothing to lose. And they're saying, hey, why don't we might as well beat the Dodgers, right? So the Dodgers, they have all the pressure in the world. The pressure of the world is on the Dodgers' shoulders, squarely on the Dodgers' shoulders, and they know that, and they did look a little tight tonight. That Dodger team definitely looked tight tonight. I think Walker Buehler, overall, I think he pitched well. You saw he had 8 punch-outs, averaged 2 strikeouts per inning, but he makes that one mistake to Arcia. Had to be Arcia, right? Just like Game 3 of the NLCS in 2018. But Julio Urias pitched well tonight. I think Blake Trinan pitched well tonight. And I think overall the Dodgers, they did what they had to do to get the win. They take care of business in Game 1. And I think the big takeaway is this Dodger team, this Dodger offense, they need to be more explosive. They need to really start scoring a lot of runs because they had their opportunities tonight. We got Dodgers. We got Gabe Town from the 559. Smells like fire, and it ain't Jansen. Ruben. Hey, man. Ruben, Dodgers and Lakers win strong. Yep, absolutely. Tammy, it shouldn't have been so difficult to beat the Brewers. Alex, hey, I'm very worried about Walker Buehler's blister. Yeah, Walker Buehler's blister. First of all, how many times was ESPN going to mention? I thought they were going to announce a 30 for 30 about Walker Buehler's blister. And yes, he does have that blister, but we'll see what he has to say about it after the game. I think that Walker Buehler really just came down to making a mistake. Tonight you're seeing Walker Buehler, I think he only threw three or four cutters, I think, and only 2 of them were for strikes. So he didn't throw that slider very much. He's basically going with a fastball. He's going with that curve, that knuckle curve. So is he becoming a little bit of a less dynamic pitcher? I don't necessarily think so, but I think he's learning how to pitch differently with a different repertoire of pitches, a different arsenal. And I think that Walker Buehler, in that situation, Arcia, he had him down the count. I think he should have gone with the slider there. He throws a fastball right down Broadway, makes a mistake, and he hit it out. But otherwise, he pitched very well in his 4 innings, but he gets that walk, and he started to look a little frustrated out there. And I don't know if it's because of the blister, still getting back to being Walker Buehler of old, but I still think, all in all, it looks like he does have that wipeout stuff, that lights-out stuff that you need from him in the postseason. Today is Kenley's B-Day. Yeah, happy birthday to Kenley Jansen. So, hey, don't go too hard on the big fella on his birthday. Sydney, Australia, without those walks in the first inning, it would have been very different. Absolutely. Without that first inning where Suter goes 3 walks, he has 3 walks in that first inning. It would have been very different. Christopher Areza, I wasn't sweating. I got faith in my closer. There's the positive vibes. Julio, player of the game from Terry Pack over on Facebook. Yes, Julio Urias, I'm telling you, I've been wanting a furious Urias, and I think we got that today. He had that laser focus when he came in there. Julio Urias, he goes 3 innings tonight, gives up 3 hits, 5 strikeouts for Julio Urias on the night, and yeah, he did a very nice job. 9 for 12 on first pitch strikes for Julio, got 11 swings and misses. And you see when he's locating, when he's commanding the strike zone and he's painting the strike zone with strikes, he's a guy that's very effective out there, inducing soft contact. Did give up that single, but you saw him get some big strikeouts tonight too. So I think Julio Urias, that was a very positive development. And if that's the Dodgers playing a little gamesmanship, saying, hey, we're gonna play a little Brewers baseball and have an opener. We'll have Walker Buehler be the opener for Julio Urias. It was very effective tonight. So Seager, player of the game from Ethan Smith, kept Hader out of the game. Absolutely, that's a fantastic point there from Ethan over on Facebook because hey, they were flirting with the idea of bringing in Hader, and it was clear that they're going to use him in this game. But that extra run, that extra cushion there, that much-needed insurance run for the Dodgers keeps Hader out of the game, and the Dodgers, they end up getting the victory there, 4-2. So 89 miles per hour from Kevin. We got heart emojis from Gio Rivas. Seager is a player of the day coming through in the later innings. Yeah, that is this team's that is what this team does. They've done it all season long, late innings. That's when they score runs, 7th inning on. And Corey Seager tonight, he gives the Dodgers a much-needed blast right there in the 7th inning. And that's when I started to breathe a little easier because, hey, I knew what was coming. I thought it was going to be 3-2 with Kenley, Jansen. And if it was those same circumstances, you walk Peterson and then you're facing Yelich, it's a different at-bat there, and the Dodgers could be going home down 0-1 in the wild card series because Yelich, he's been struggling all season long. I mean, this guy has had one of the biggest precipitous drop-offs of any MVP we've seen in recent history, and he actually had a really nice night tonight, did Christian Yelich. So I thought, hey, it had the makings of a big letdown. But, hey, the Dodgers, they got it done. We got Fullerton, California from the 92831. Kirsch tomorrow for the sweep. That's from Zach Hands over on Facebook. West up Culver City, Sean B. over on Facebook. Alexander Rose, what's up with the blister fetish and always terrible commentary of ESPN? Yeah, that's what I was saying. They were obsessed with that blister. I have no idea, but, hey, man. Siegs, we got Fontana, we got Mookie and Seager, Gio Rivas, we got Joe Perez. Jansen's slider was insanely wild, and he got lucky on that cutter down the pipe to Yelich. Yes, when that pitch was on its way to Christian Yelich, I was panicking because it was right down Broadway. I thought that he was going to tattoo that sucker for an extra base hit, possibly a home run, and he just got. I'd never like to say players get lucky, but in that situation, the velocity just wasn't there. Did not have the feel for that slider like you mentioned there. So, yeah, he definitely has to sharpen up because if he stays in this rut that he's in, if he's not effective, because we saw him the other night against Oakland, this guy needs to step his game up. He needs to get that postseason adrenaline rush, Kenley Jansen, and just go for broke. Empty the tank this postseason, Kenley Jansen, because I'm telling you, your legacy's on the line. I'm telling you, Dodgers Nation out here, all you fans out there, we got Birdie saying, I'm emotionally drained. Anthony saying scary, saying Jansen. Exactly. We're not even in October, man. October is when we should be watching scary movies, right? Instead, we did it here today on September 29th or September 30th, whatever day it is. I'm worried about Buehler blister. I'll be honest with you, I'm not too worried about it because he was effective. He was effective today. It wasn't like Arizona where he only won a few innings and he got rocked out of the game. Definitely needs to find a way to pitch with it, so it's unfortunately something doesn't appear to be going away. It doesn't appear that it's behind Walker Buehler. And for the most part, though, he definitely did look very effective. He was really fantastic to start the game. We're going to break down the game here with Walker Buehler there. But, yeah, one of the big takeaways is that we can't ignore that blister. He goes 4 innings today, gives up 3 hits, 2 runs, the 2-run shot to Arcia, 8 punch-outs for Walker Buehler, 73 pitches, 51 for strikes, 13 for 17 on first pitch strikes. But he also had the 2 walks. And like I said, coming into tonight, Walker Buehler, he's the guy you wanted on the mound. A 2.72 postseason ERA. His last 3 postseason outings, his last 4 postseason outings heading into today, he had an ERA of .74 through 24 1/3 innings, 29 strikeouts, just 2 runs given up. So, yes, he made that mistake, but I still think he's the clear-cut ace of this staff. So, let's check this out here. Or let's jump in. You guys are just lining this thing up. A couple things. Do you guys feel – what's your trust level with Kenley Jansen right now? Does he give you – with tonight, does that give you less confidence that he gritted that one out, that he gutted that one out? Does it give you more confidence that you might want to continue to explore some other options? Because you saw there – Brusdar Graterol was getting up in the pen. Graterol, the bazooka, was warming up there. So I think the Dodgers, after today, they have to take a real long, hard look at the closer spot because that is not going to get it done. 89, 90-mile-per-hour cutters, wild sliders, and are just not going to get it done late against a good club. Today, we played a bad team. The Brewers are a bad team. Make no mistake about it. This team, especially without Burns, without Devin Williams, this team is a team that entered the postseason under 500. In most years, this team wouldn't sniff the postseason, and the Dodgers, it was way too tight. You can chalk it up to game 1. You can chalk it up to nerves early in the postseason, but here we go. Good thing Yelich isn't the same anymore because last year Yelich would have smacked that pitch that Kenley threw him right down the middle. Yeah, I think that is pretty much the consensus right now with you guys that you do almost feel that, unfortunately, it almost feels like that, yeah, he did get away with one there. And, yeah, unfortunately, he's just not the same player as he was this year. But, hey, it's not our concern. Seventh inning, Corey, yes. Yeah, Corey Seager in the seventh inning. He takes that Peralta fastball. He crushed it to dead center, extending the Dodgers' lead to 4-2, giving them that insurance run. And that was a majestic shot, a 447-foot home run, the deepest Dodger dong all season long. It tied the longest home run by a Dodger in the postseason in the StatCast era, tying CT3's home run in Game 1 of the 2017 World Series. That's from Sarah Langs over on Twitter. Jose Rod, hey Doug, here from Huntington Beach. We got Mookie. Yeah, give Mookie Betts a lot of credit because Mookie Betts came out there and Mookie set the tone. He gets 2 doubles, gets that RBI in the second, and Mookie Betts coming into today, he was a .227 hitter in the postseason with a .654 OPS. His only home run, of course, coming off Clayton Kershaw. I remember when we made that deal. I had Boston fans in my DMs talking smack, saying, hey, wait till you see Mookie in the postseason. He's not going to deliver. Well, the early returns in Game 1 are that he absolutely did deliver because without that first inning rally, without his double in the second inning, that could have been a very different result in tonight's game. So how did you guys feel about Mookie Betts in his first postseason action with your Los Angeles Dodgers, the first of many? I thought Mookie played very well in tonight's game, coming out there, stroking some doubles. He hit one hard late there that I thought had a chance to go out, ends up in the warning track. So he clearly looks like he's locked in. Here we go. Let me get a little water here, guys. We got Jansen is not our closer. First pitch to Yelly was scary. Thank goodness he didn't swing and took it for a strike. Jose Rod, that thing looked gross. Doug Crosby, welcome to the show, Doug Crosby. I feel like we lost with these comments. Geez. Yeah, we did not lose, guys. Let's just understand that the Dodgers, end of the day, the only thing that matters tonight is they took care of business. The Dodgers won tonight's game by a score of 4-2, and that is tomorrow the weight's going to be off their shoulders. They're going to play a much more relaxed brand of baseball tomorrow. Clayton Kershaw doesn't have a blister to worry about. I think the Dodgers are going to roll tomorrow. Mark my words today. I'm throwing this out there right now. The Dodgers will win tomorrow by at least 4 runs. The Dodgers will win tomorrow by at least 4 runs. We're doing the show tomorrow, so you can come check me if I was wrong. If I was wrong, come let me know about it. But I'm telling you right now, the Dodgers will win tomorrow by 4 runs or more. But yeah, let's jump into this comment section, and then we'll break down these comments a little bit. Don't trust Jansen. Me watching Jansen, Denny. Get nervous with Kenley. Joe Perez, Trinan was highly effective. Yeah, Blake Trinan came in there in the he comes in there in the top of the 8th. The top of the 8th there, Blake Trinan, he was very effective. He gets Hero to fly out to – no, he gets Jerko to fly to center for the first out. Then Vogelbach flies to right. Then Garcia singles to right. And then he gets Arcia swinging on that slider. So his slider was effective tonight. His two-seamer had nice movement on it. I think Blake Trinan looks like he's ready to step up and deliver for this Dodger team. He's not perfect, right? He gave up that hit tonight, but I did like what I saw from Blake Trinan today. Joseph Megazzeni, you also have to check the offense. Yeah, like we said earlier in the show, tonight, the Dodger offense, they go 3 for 22 combined if you take out Corey Seager and Mookie Betts going 3 for 7. So, as a whole, Chris Taylor had a nice shot there. Bellinger, he hit one hard. And who else got the single? And then A.J. Pollock, he also singled, which was nice to see. One of the big things I was looking at tonight was how would A.J. Pollock do, because last year A.J. Pollock, he went 0 for 13 in the NLDS. So he's officially not going to go hitless in the 2020 postseason. So it's nice to see him get a hit there. And I'm very confident that Justin Turner will get going. Justin Turner, he had 2 opportunities today with runners in scoring position, did not deliver. But in his career, 6 years, 11 series in the postseason, he's slashing .310, .411, and .520 with a .931 OPS, 9 home runs, 13 doubles. You know Ginger Jesus is going to deliver for this club. It's only a matter of time. He's going to have big hits all postseason long. We are just 1 game into this postseason. We got 12 more wins to go before the Dodgers reach baseball immortality. So, yeah, guys, let's keep that vibe going. 12 more games for this Dodger club to win until they raise that commissioner's trophy. So, here we go. Greg Ian, I like this one. My blood pressure is still normalizing from Jansen's outing. Mookie did his job from Jason Rowland over on YouTube. Logan Jones, Mookie is a game changer no matter what. Absolutely. Mookie Betts if you've been watching this show all season long, he is that top show, that elite talent that this team was missing, and he's the catalyst at the top of this lineup that knows how to manufacture runs, and he proved dividends today. He proved his worth in Game 1 of the postseason, and that's why we almost signed him for $400 million. And eventually, if we win that World Series, it'll be worth every penny. To me, it already is. So, yeah, let's look at that bottom of the first inning. So, Mookie Betts, he gets a leadoff double, a pitch out, and away, and his fastball is clocking in at 85. So he's got the lowest velo of any pitcher in Major League Baseball as far as velo goes. And Mookie Betts, he smacked it. Then Corey Seager takes a walk. Justin Turner pops to shallow right for the first out. And then Max Muncy takes a walk. A great at-bat for Max Muncy, who, like I said, I'm hoping that he can step up. Last year in the NLDS, he hit .263, had 3 home runs. So even though he had a down year this year, 12 home runs, 27 RBIs, I think a clean slate, a fresh 0-0-0 at-bat was going to be good for his mind, and hopefully he can turn around. So unfortunately tonight wasn't his night at the plate. Did get a walk tonight. He goes over 2, did get 2 walks, but he had that play in the field where I think he should have let Mookie Betts get it there. But unfortunately he didn't, and here we go. So Bellinger, so then he walks Will Smith on 4 pitches for his 3rd walk of the inning, and then Cody Bellinger, he pops to left for the 2nd out, and then Suter walks Pollock for his 4th walk of the inning to make it 2-0 Dodgers, and then Edwin Rios grounds out to end the inning. So 32 pitches in that first inning for Suter, 9 strikes, and he gave up 5 walks all season long, and you get 3 walks in that inning. A nightmare start for Suter and the Brewers, yet they only gave up 2 runs in that inning. So to me, I think that was a win for the Brewers there, just to limit the damage to 2 runs. So a great night in L.A. for Jesse Rivas. It absolutely is a great night. The Dodgers, they win. The Lakers, they win Game 1 of the NBA Finals. 1988 all over again. 2 championships. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Let me know down below in the comments. Will the Dodgers and Lakers win championships? I think that one's pretty easy for the Lakers at this point. Dodgers still have a long way to go, but they're just 12 wins away. We're counting them down here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show all season long. Gio, you know the Dodgers got this. Padres fans kind of quiet tonight. That's from Jason Hernandez. Yeah, they were pretty loud about, 3 months ago when all this didn't really matter. They were supposed to win multiple World Series, but Logan Jones, I'd rather have Joe Buck commentator than these blister ESPN commentator watch. Hey, look, Carl Ravitch, I think he's pretty solid, to be honest with you. I don't really dislike Carl Ravitch, but I did have an issue early in the day with Tim Kurchin during the Astros game. He says that, hey, don't underestimate the heart of a champion for the Houston Astros. I'm like, don't underestimate the heart of cheaters, because that's what they did. I'm telling you, ESPN is, for some reason, on this campaign to right the Astros and to try to clean up their reputation for some strange reason. Ryan, to my fellow Dodger fans, the bars will come alive. Appreciate this win and the Lakers win. James over on Facebook, Mookie is a leader. Love the guy. Mookie will be a part of multiple world championships by the time his contract is up. This is the best bullpen and the deepest offensive roster I've ever seen. I love this team. You are right with every point you just made. Deepest roster, the best bullpen, and Mookie Betts is a clear-cut leader, and he's definitely a superstar. Don't worry about JT. That's from Dave Metters. I'm not worried about JT at all one bit. I think he'll definitely have a great postseason. And we got Tay. Hey, can we not do the field interviews in the playoffs? Please, SMH. Tay, I'm in 100% agreement with you. Big-time high five. Pound it, man, because I just don't want to hear from Justin Turner. Focus on the play. Can you imagine the one time ESPN's doing that interview and it goes to Justin Turner, it kicks off his glove, it leads to a run, the Dodgers lose the World Series? I would never forgive ESPN for doing something like that. I just don't think the game needs anything else. Postseason baseball is the most exciting thing in sports. That's my opinion. I think it doesn't get better than October, late September, early October postseason baseball. We don't need these gimmicky things like having Justin Turner do an interview right there. But here we go. Mookie turned Austin Barnes into an above 200 hitter. MVP stuff right there. Pomona, California from Sharon. Max needs to get it going. Yelly needs glasses. Bruce Davis. Muncy looked bad on the D. He needs to bench. He needs to keep his head in the game. Yeah, I mean, if you've been watching this team for the last couple weeks, he has had some issues defensively, Max Muncy, and You're talking about the top of the sixth inning. So we'll break that down here. I like that. Raybar Simeon, Mookie Betts, our Ricky Henderson, Mitchell Hill, Mookie Seager, best 1-2 combination in baseball. Absolutely, a two-headed monster. Mookie Betts, Corey Seager. It doesn't get better than that. And Corey Seager, I'm telling you, this is the difference in this year's run. Previous runs, the Dodgers have had talent. The Dodgers have had depth. But this time, we have a top-end elite talent in Mookie Betts, and we have Corey Seager, who's coming into his own as a superstar. He was already a star, but I think he's now a superstar. I think it's a big difference. I think right now you're seeing that he's delivering in the postseason. And last year in the NLDS, he was 6 for 27. In the NLDS, he hit 150 against the Nationals. In 6 seasons, 4 years and 6 seasons, he's slashing 203, 275, 331 in the postseason. This is the year that Corey Seager rakes his way all throughout the postseason. The man is a stud. You saw it on that bomb. That was some serious power there by Corey Seager. But here we go. Great day for LA. Raybar Simeon. We have the best top 3 in the lineup. I would agree with that for the most part, too. No question about it. But here we go. So, top of the second, Walker Buehler. He gets Vogelbach swinging on a fastball for the first out. Garcia singles to center on a fastball. Then he punches out Arcia swinging on a curveball. So, Walker Buehler was very effective. He looked like the dominant Walker Buehler that we've seen in the postseason. It was just that 4th inning there for Walker Buehler. So, here we go. We got, and then in the bottom of the second inning. So bottom of the second, Chris Taylor, he doubles to left with a stand-up double, CT3 in the 9-hole. By the way, how do you guys feel about Chris Taylor there in the 9-hole? I think is fantastic. You turn over that lineup, you basically have 2 meets of your lineup right there, man. It's just unbelievable. The type of depth, the type of power that the Dodgers have, the embarrassment of riches to have a batter of Chris Taylor's magnitude at the 9-hole to be able to flip that to Mookie Betts. You saw it turn into a run in tonight's game. So Mookie Betts, he follows that up with a 2-strike double, with 2 strikes. It was a little top of the zone, 85-mile-per-hour fastball to score Chris Taylor to make it 3-0 Dodgers. Then Corey Seager lines out. JT flies to left for the second out. Muncy walks. But that was it for Suter right there. An inning and 2/3 for him tonight. 5 walks. And the Dodgers, they got him out of the game early. We got Brian Bazooka should close. Terry Pack, I could care less about the Lakers. Okay. Sharon Bellinger needs to step up a little. I thought Bellinger, he did have that nice hit tonight. He stroked a single. He went 1 for 4 on the night, did Cody Bellinger. Then in the top of the third, so he walks Hira, and he was missing with that cutter in that at-bat, but he walks Hira, then he strikes out Narvaez on 3 pitches for his 5th strikeout of the night, all fastballs, and then Yelich grounds into a force out to Muncy at first, and then he goes to Seager, and they get Hira out at second, and Yelich is at first. He's safe. So that was a little bang-bang play. Some more sloppy defense on that one. And then he gets Braun swinging for his 6th punch out on a curveball low and away to end the inning. So that curveball is a very effective pitch for Walker Buehler. He was getting punch outs with it, swings and misses with it. And at that point, he's averaging 2 strikes per inning. Here we go. We got, yes, ESPN is horrible from Martha. We got Marco. Pollock improved from not striking out last year. Yeah, definitely a much better approach by A.J. Pollock this time around. Santa Maria, California from Ruben Moreno. Pollock is a beast this year from Cowboys strings. Yeah, he is. Last year, he had 15 home runs, and that was in the course of, I don't know how many games. He missed time with the elbow injury, but we're talking about this year he hit more home runs in a 60-game season with 16 home runs versus 15 last year. So A.J. Pollock, I'm definitely looking for him to have a big postseason. To me, he is the X factor for this offense. If he can produce like he did in the regular season, in the postseason, even 75% of that, I think the Dodgers will be able to rack up runs and rake their way through the postseason. Mookie and Seager from Sharon. We got let's see how he delivers. We got he's going to get paid from Brian. We got Utah for the Dodgers. Shiva, bench Muncy, Bing, back Matt Beatty. Yeah, that's what I was saying too. Matt Beatty is on this postseason roster for a reason. Matt Beatty is a guy that, look, defense isn't his favorite. They asked him, what's your favorite position? He said hitting, okay? So make no mistake about it. He's a guy that wants to be batting. He wants to be raking. And I think that we'll see how it does. We'll see if they shake up the lineup if Muncy does struggle. He did get those 2 walks tonight, so you got to give him that. But here you go. Every ball that comes off CT3's bat is struck. Bench Muncy, bring back Matt Beatty. We got CT3 is the shiznit from my man Joseph Megazzini over there on Facebook. CT3 is killing it. We got Hills, a crybaby with blister. Isaac, CT3 is another leadoff hitter batting in the 9 hole. Yeah, CT3 was the Dodgers leadoff hitter back in 2017. So it is essentially like having 2 guys there that know how to get on base, that know how to and I think that know how to produce runs. And I think that having him there in that 9th hole shows that he's a team player. He's a guy that could say, hey, man, I could be batting 2nd. I could be batting 5th in most lineups around this league. But for the Dodgers, it's all hands on deck. It's about getting this World Series, and he's buying in to this lineup. You got to give Dave Roberts for some credit there, too. So here we go. So the 4th inning, Walker Buehler, he gets Jerko swinging with a heater for the first out. Then Vogelbach doubles to left on a curveball, giving the Brewers a runner in scoring position. Then Garcia flies to left, and then Arcia hits a 2-run bomb on a fastball right down Broadway. He had him full with 2 curveballs in a row, and then Buehler gave up the bomb to Arcia. So it was a mistake, and Buehler was probably saying that as we speak at a press conference. And I think that, look, with Walker Buehler, he loves to punch guys out, right? That's his thing. He wants to strike out guys. He wants to challenge guys. But in that count, you got him behind the count. You don't need to throw a fastball where he did. Go with the slider, work the edges a little more. You don't have to challenge guys and punch out every guy. And I think that on that occasion, he definitely made a mistake there, cost him a 2-run bomb. He's given up 7 home runs in 36 innings this year. And I think that Walker Buehler will learn from that. So then he walks Sogard on 5 pitches. So he lost command there for a minute, and he looked frustrated too. He throws up his arms. Then he gets Hira looking at a curveball for strike 3. Caught the inside corner there. Only threw 2 cutters to Hira too. I thought that was pretty interesting, considering that he had not been utilizing the cutter pretty much all night long. So that was it for Walker Buehler on the night, and then it was about Julio Urias, and we're going to break that down here in a second here, but let's jump back into this comment section. A couple things, guys. Be sure to head over to YouTube. Go to youtube.com/DodgersNationTV. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And then also be sure to subscribe to the new podcast, Dodgers Dugout, spelled like my name, D-O-U-G. And what the podcast is we take all of your takes from tonight's show, we condense them down, and then we tighten it up, and we throw all your fire takes, as you guys got the best takes in the game, and then we add additional analysis and post-game reacts from the players and Dave Roberts. So be sure to subscribe to that podcast wherever you get your podcast, guys. Definitely do it. It's basically your podcast, guys. So you go in there, you're going to hear your takes, and you're going to want to support your podcast, the Dodgers Dugout, Dodgers Nation podcast, wherever you get your podcast. We got San Antonio, Texas, loves the Dodgers. Leo ZZ Top, they're from Texas too, man, right? They got the long beard. My man from ZZ Top. Padres lost, though. Yeah, they did. Chris Paddock. Man, the guy got rocked again. Hey, man, it looks like it's going to be Dodgers-Cardinals, which can be a scary sight, if you know what I mean. But we'll take care of business. Cowboy strings. We got Sieg is crushing anything inside. Katie, Rios and Taylor turning over the lineup to Mookie and Seager is just absolutely amazing. Yeah, I think it has the potential to be a unique lineup and one that no other team in Major League Baseball can match. When it comes to that offensive firepower, Edwin Rios, eggplant emoji down there, goes 0 for 3, takes a walk tonight. But you can see he fouled that one off. He's close to banging one over the seats. And you see, I mean, a home run every 11 at-bats. There's no way that if you keep playing Edwin Rios that he's not going to go deep eventually, and it's going to be sooner than later. So we got Ryan. We got I'm done with Muncy. We got hope the bats wake up more tomorrow. Hey, I'm telling you, the knob over on YouTube. Mark my words. The Dodgers will win tomorrow by at least 4 runs. The Dodger bats, they're going to be more explosive tomorrow. You just got to win game 1. Look, every time, I don't care if it's opening day, opening night, the first postseason game, there's a lot of pressure on this Dodgers team. When you have a 700 win percentage and you finish the year going 42-17, there's a lot of pressure on you. And, hey, the Dodgers are going to rise to the occasion, and they're not afraid of that pressure. They're embracing it, but you get that first win out of the way, and you learn from today. And I think the Dodgers, they're going to be explosive tomorrow, and they're going to score a lot of runs, and they're going to win comfortably. But hey, if I'm wrong, come let me know about it tomorrow, because we're going to be rocking with you guys live all season long, all postseason long, the Dodgers Nation post-game show and the pre-game show with the senior editors at Dodgers Nation, Clint Pazias, Real FRG, and Brooks Smith. So be on the lookout. You can't get enough of this Dodgers content, guys. It is postseason. And, hey, it doesn't get any better than this. Soak it in, guys, because it's going to be a fantastic month. Strap in, a lot of ups, maybe some downs, but I'm telling you, this is the year. Jansen gives me anxiety. That's from Christian Cruz. Vogelbach equals Chris Farley from Leo ZZ Top. Chris Farley, man, you want to do it? I love Chris Farley, man, one of my favorites. Anxiety is not good. Yeah, hey, man, just take a deep breath. My heart was beating, but, hey, now you feel – now that was a little crash course, okay? That was a little – you're a little welcome to the postseason moment there. We got Hay, we got Suter, even walk me tonight. Cowboy strings. He walked you tonight. I love that, man. Hey, who is Terrence Gore? Terrence Gore is lightning in a bottle on the base pass. This is Maury Wills reincarnated for the Dodgers. This is a guy that if he does get an opportunity to pinch run, this is what this guy does. He can swipe some bases out there. And here we go. Free Max Muncy. We got Trinan was dominant. We got please use McGee or Bruzdar as closer. Christian Tom, you said it. Betting the over. Haha. Hey, J-Mo. Hey, Tway, I'm out here giving betting advice. I'm telling you. Tomorrow the Dodger bats, they're going to be much more effective, and they're going to realize that, hey, they learned a lesson tonight. And the lesson was you got to have that killer instinct. You need that killer instinct, and the Dodgers, I feel like they lacked that a little early on today. I'm telling you, that is what the Dodgers lacked there tonight. If you want to be distinct, you got to have that killer instinct, and I think the Dodgers will realize that, and tomorrow I think that offense comes out, and they score a lot of runs. And yeah, jumping back into this game, I do want to talk a little more about Julio Urias. Yes, we will rise from Sharon. Jansen still looks shaky from Jesse Lopez. Shout out to the Dodger fan homies over on Christian over on YouTube. Brian Alex, Jansen gives me nervous when I see him on the screen. Dodger style from Letcher. Joe Perez, Dodgers look confused at the plate with all the different release points from the Brewers pitchers. We got Abner. We got have some. Here we go. Roger, I thought they finished the regular season 43-17. Did I not say 43-17? Yes, 43-17. I was probably going with my original prediction because I was wanting that to go the whole time at the Dodgers winning 42 wins. But yeah, 43-17, best record in Major League Baseball. That would have put them on pace. It was the first time a team in the National League had finished with a win percentage over 700 since the 1908 Pittsburgh Pirates. So this is a historically great Dodger team when it comes to runs scored, when it comes to finishing with the most runs, when it comes to having the lowest ERA. This Dodger team is special. Tonight, I don't know how special they looked, but they got the job done. I think there was a lot of bright spots in tonight's win. And look, it's Major League Baseball. Those guys are big leaguers over there. Yes, they're a team that went into the playoffs under 500, but the Dodgers are. But you got to give the Brewers a lot of credit. They came in there, they fought hard tonight. But look, the Dodgers still held them to 2 runs, and the Dodgers still won by a score of 4-2. So talk a little bit about Urias. So Urias comes in the 5th, gets Nottingham swing for the first out. Then Yelich pokes at Urias curveball into right for a single. Then he gets Taylor on a curveball swing for the second out. And then he gets Jed Jerko to fly to center for the 3rd out of the inning. Then in the top of the 6th, Urias, he strikes out Vogelbach for the first out. Arcia singles on a pop to Max Muncy. And on this play, Arcia advances to second on an error by Max Muncy. It would have dropped for a bloop single, but Muncy kicks it, and he allows Arcia to advance to second. And to me, in that position, just let Mookie Betts get it. Mookie Betts is a multi-time winning Gold Glove recipient. Just let him get it, and don't worry about it. And he just looked a little clumsy on that play, looked a little lost. And then Urias, like I said, very effective with that curveball. He was jamming righties with it. He was getting that soft contact. He was getting swing and miss. And both the curveballs for Walker Buehler and Urias were very effective against this Brewers lineup. And he gets Sogard to ground out for the 3rd out of that inning. So no damage done on that Muncy error. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left there. He strands the runner at second. And then in the In the bottom of the sixth, I want to mention Cody Bellinger's hit. So Bellinger, he stroked a single into left, a nice little rocket shot there for Cody Bellinger. Pollock then, he grounds into a double play. Rios takes a walk, and then CT3 lines the center to end the threat. But it was definitely a positive sign to see Cody Bellinger get some hard contact, not putting on the ground, lifting that one. I think he's getting close to stringing together a nice little stretch where he's a little more consistent at the plate. So Jesus is coming back. Okay, go Tina G-Man. Go Dodgers. Nomo FOMO. What's up, Nomo FOMO? Hi, Dodger fans. Ugly win, but we win. Exactly. Hey, the Dodgers won. That's the most important thing. They win game one because, hey, I'll take an ugly win versus a pretty loss or whatever you want to call it, where we scored a lot of runs or whatever you want to call it. The Dodgers got the win tonight, and that's all that matters. They're one game up on the Brewers here in the wild card series. Let's take tomorrow, and then let's go to Texas and take that NLDS. So it's all about taking care of business, having a business-like approach, and I think for the most part, the Dodgers, give the bullpen a lot of credit today. A lot of pressure on Julio Urias to come out there and deliver. You know they would have liked to get a little more out of Walker Buehler, something like 6 or 7 innings, hopefully, but that wasn't the case, and Julio Urias came in, and he did a fine job there. So here we go, top of the 7th. He gets here to fly to left. He strikes out Nottingham's swing with a fastball for the second out. And then Yelich doubles down the left field line, putting the Brewers tying run on second. Not a bad pitch by Urias, a high fastball. Heading for the target, but Yelich put a nice, short, little compact swing on it, and he gets himself a double. So if he's hot in this series, that is going to be a problem for the Dodgers. So you just got to pitch around him. Don't give him fat pitches. And to me, this Brewers lineup from top to bottom, they're not going to be able to handle this Dodgers pitching staff if they're focused and they're locked in. So he gives up that double. Then he gets Taylor to fly out for the third out, stranding the tying run on second. So that's that's twice for Julio Urias. So in consecutive innings, the 6th and the 7th there, they had the tying run, or they had a runner in scoring position right there in that inning that could have tied things up. And Urias, he was nails. He locked it down for this Dodger bullpen. I don't even know if we want to call him at this point because we know he's a starter by trade. You know he's starter's material, but he comes out there, deals 3 innings, and then Trinity comes in, gets Jerko to fly to center, and gives up that single to Garcia, but for the most part, he pitched well. So, hey, Dodgers get the win. Kenley Jansen, he made it interesting there late, and Yelich definitely is going to see that. He's going to want that pitch back because, like you guys have mentioned, the Dodgers last year, Yelich, if he was locked in, that's a pitch that he would have probably done damage to. But, hey, the Dodgers got the win. They did what they needed to do, and they win game 1. And, hey, you don't want to peak early. You don't want to peak early here in the postseason because, remember, this is 13 games the Dodgers have to win, not 11 games. 13 games they have to win. So, look, pace yourself, Dodger fans. There's going to be a lot of wild rides here in this exciting postseason. Brian Alex, hey, Doug, where can I get your autograph, though? I need your autograph on my jersey. Hey, man, you don't want my autograph on your jersey, my man. Maybe on if you have like a headset, I'll hook you up with a jersey. But what jersey do you want me to autograph? Do you have a player on it already? I don't want to disrespect you on that. But, hey, thanks for rocking with us, man. Appreciate you guys all rocking with us here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. You guys have been on fire all night long. By the way, a couple other reminders here. Be sure to go to the Dodgers Nation shop and fill up on your shirt. So go to DodgersNation.com/shop and get geared up for the postseason. Get your merch. I'm telling you, that Joe Kelly shirt was the hottest shirt on the streets for like a month, but they're always coming out with new gear. Best in the game. So be sure to get geared up over there and definitely subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go to DodgersNation.com for all the greatest Dodgers content in the game, analysis, breakdowns. It's all over at DodgersNation.com, your home for all things Dodger baseball. But here we go. A couple more comments, guys, and then we're going to head out on this one. But remember, we're going to be rocking with you all season long. Every single game, right after the last out, we'll be going live all postseason long. I'm hoping to do at least 13 shows. I'm hoping for at least 13 shows, if you know what I mean. But here we go. Muncy got his 3-year contract, and he's an instant bust. I wouldn't call him an instant bust because you're talking about a guy who has back-to-back 35 home run seasons, And last year he delivered in the postseason. In the NLDS, he hits 3 big bombs last year. He hit 263 in the postseason. He was OPSing 1128, 5 for 19 with 3 home runs. That's what Max Muncy hit last year against the Nationals. So I wouldn't write Max Muncy off quite yet, but with the DH, with the flexibility, I think there are some ways. Maybe you find a way to just put him. Maybe if you DH Max Muncy and he just focuses on hitting, that might be a better spot for him. We'll see. It's still really early in the postseason. Tomorrow he could hit 2 dingers, and we could all be sitting here talking about Mash Muncy, right? So I think that it's a little early, but the Dodgers, they do have options, and we need someone else from that side of the plate. We need a lefty to start hitting because, look, Jock Peterson, he's had a down year. Edwin Rios, he goes 0 for 3 tonight. We don't know if he can do it in the postseason just yet. If he proves it, that could change things because he's another guy that gives you some positional flexibility too. He can play first, he can play third, and then there's Matt Beatty. So there are some lefties that are waiting in the wings. There could be some reinforcements coming if Max Muncy continues to struggle in the postseason. But, hey, I'm willing to give him a couple opportunities. Remember, this is a guy who hit a walk-off shot in Game 3 of the 2018 World Series. This is a guy that is not afraid of the big moment. So I don't think that you don't want to throw that away just yet because it's too early to kind of hurt his confidence. You know he has a great relationship with Dave Roberts. You saw Dave Roberts hugging him when he got that home run last week against his former team, the Oakland A's. So it's a little too early, but it's something that we'll definitely keep our eye on when it comes to Max Muncy. So no question about it. We got bullpen. We got Damian. Hopefully we don't need Jansen or a closer tomorrow. Kershaw will go 7, and then McGee in the 8th and Bazooka in the 9th. That sounds good to me. Damian over on Facebook. Jin, we just need to win this series first, then move to the next one. Yeah, to me, look, if he has to go 3, that'd be terrifying, I'll be honest with you. But getting past this series, the later we get, to me, I just want to get to those 7-game series. Get me to the NLCS, get me to the World Series, and then I think we find ourselves winning the World Series. But to me, the shorter the round, the more opportunities for flukiness, for variance. And look, baseball will baseball. Just look at tonight's Yankee-Cleveland game. Look at the Astros. The Trastros beat the Minnesota Twins, who have lost 17 consecutive postseason games. It's tough to make sense of Major League Baseball at times. Anything can happen. So here we go. I hope so. Delirium Muncy is solid in the playoffs. Yeah, Leo ZZ Top. Max Muncy, 2 years, 4 series, OPSing 857 with 6 home runs and 12 RBI and 12 double. No, and 1 double. So here we go. They will come back tomorrow. Asterisks are coming. I know. I don't love that. Brian, good show. Doug, thanks a lot, Brian, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for rocking with us, all you guys. We will clinch it tomorrow. Kershaw needs to stop in the 6th. No 7th for Kershaw. Hey, we'll see how he's dealing because he's had some nice extended innings. But if he's rolling, depending on the run support he's getting, hey, I think you just play it by ear. And that's something that, too, look, I love the fact that Urias did not get bounced in this one. I love the fact that we let Urias come in and you didn't pull him. You let Urias go and finish the job. Urias, 3 innings, 4 for Buehler. When you're seeing Urias out there, I was like, okay, he's going to give him 2 and a third or 2 and 2/3. No, Urias came out there, he did the job. And when I saw Blake Trinan resist Dave Roberts a few nights ago, I thought, hey, maybe Dave Roberts has learned, don't come out too early, don't come out too late. But I do think that, hey, if we're being completely honest with each other, that Kenley Jansen showing tonight definitely left more to be desired there. It was a little underwhelming for Kenley Jansen. I was hoping those postseason juices would be flowing and that adrenaline would give him a couple more ticks on that cutter. But, yeah, I think a lot of pressure on Kenley, and he did get the job done. So I think that that's going to be closely monitored all postseason long. But here we go. Yeah, Doug, we know what you mean in saying at least 13 games. Honestly, I'd be satisfied if we win the World Series championship in 22 games from Roger Kennard over on YouTube. Hey, I'd be down to do 22 shows because that would be epic, man, epic. I'll just go full length. I'm down. Ryan, can I call into your podcast? Doug, hey, man, we could figure something out. That'd be cool. For sure. Isaac. Well, basically, you're basically calling in right now, but you're just typing it. You can type in. We'll figure something out for you, my man. Ryan O'Ryan Montes over on Facebook. But, yeah, guys, get in a couple last-second at the buzzer. Dodgers takes, some fire Dodger takes. Got a couple more minutes here, and we're going to head out. But, hey, the Dodgers get the win. They get the job done in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. They win by a score of 4-2. Walker Buehler dominated early, 8 strikeouts, did give up that 2-run bomb, made one mistake. Otherwise, he pitched very well, but that blister, I'm very interested to see what Walker Buehler had to say about that blister. Get Rich Hill on the phone. Maybe Rich Hill can come out and be his personal blister assistant now that he's out of the postseason since the Twins lost. And Urias pitched very well. I think, to me, I'm giving the player of the game to Julio Urias because 3 innings pitched tonight and 2 consecutive innings, he strands that runner on second, the tying run on second in the 6th and the 7th inning. I'm giving it to Julio Urias based on the year he's had, some ups and downs. I think he found something tonight. I'm very confident in him going forward. I don't care if it's out of the pen. I don't care if it's as a starter. I'm a big fan of his work, and I think his body of work as a whole this year, I think if you really look at it, you're like, wow, he was an innings eater. Yes, he did have some issues in that first inning, but outside of that, I think that Julio Urias is a pitcher that's going to play a big part in this World Series run. And then Mookie Betts. It was great to see Mookie Betts get his first double, his first extra base hit in Dodger Blue in the postseason, and then to back that up with another double that scored Chris Taylor in the 2nd inning. He delivered, and then Corey Seager, he delivers, hits the longest home run at Dodger Stadium since Chris Taylor. They were both 447 feet bombs, and yeah, you got to love it. But, yeah, thanks again, guys, as always, for rocking with us here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. That's at DMAC_LA. Don't forget to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. Head over to DodgersNation.com for all things Dodger baseball. Remember, let's squeeze in a couple more comments here right at the end. Deborah Young, how's it going, Deborah Young? The Brewers are quaking in their boots. Jin, as long as our boys get Dinger back, we will be cruising. Twins were a disappointment from Isaac. Goku Lopez, I just want to welcome Bauer to the Dodgers because, goddamn, the Reds can never score for him. Yeah, he pitched a gem today. I think he had 12 strikeouts. Yeah, he was on it. He had the swag. He was doing the little Conor McGregor walk-off after that punch-out. We got Damian, plus I think Urias could have gone one more. Damian, Dougie the man, let's do it again tomorrow. Absolutely. Laura, thanks. Yeah, thanks again, guys. We'll be back tomorrow right after the game. Have those Dodger takes ready. Remember, nothing brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. Think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
Swung on and missed a perfect game.